What's going on, goats? My name is Raymo and welcome back to BooKoo Bucks. In today's video, I'll be breaking down my losing trade from last week. I just haven't had the time to break it down, but obviously I'll do it right now. So I was actually looking for shorts on this day. The main reason being is that coming into this day, price had given a very nice bullish run from the previous day, as we can see right here. Now, I noticed after this bullish run, price also took out buy sell liquidity, resting above these highs. So I was anticipating some type of retracement to come into play. Now, as I always state, just because price takes out buy sell liquidity doesn't mean price is automatically going to reverse. We can anticipate a reversal, but what I need to see is the lower time frame show me that it wants to go bearish. So that was my higher time frame analysis, looking for price to continue to go bullish, but for the meantime, potentially catch a retracement play. As I went down to the lower time frame, specifically the 15-minute time frame, I was actually perceiving this as a break of structure as price made a new lower low. If this does not make sense, I encourage you to look at my complex structure rules, and that will basically help you identify exactly why this is a break of structure. But if you can't see it on this time frame, I'm sure the 5-minute will look a bit cleaner, as this is the low to the high, higher low, higher high, and then price made a lower low. So, seeing that price was bullish all day yesterday, coming into London session today, anticipating a retracement, price gave a lower low. I was looking for price to start to give us that retracement, as I stated earlier in the video. Also, we can see price, even after it made a lower low, it made a lower high and then led into a new lower low. So it was looking pretty bearish at the time. From here, I simply utilize this extreme order block on the 5-minute time frame, and then I went down to a lower time frame to see how it was going to react. Now here on the lower time frame, the 1-minute structure is the exact same as the 5-minute. This is the structure high down to the low. From here, I can draw the extreme as I already did on the 5-minute time frame, and I can also plot a continuation order block here. This order block is in premium and takes out buy sell liquidity. But as you can see, price came up into here, didn't even give a reaction, and blew right past it. So I went ahead and deleted it. And then I was looking at this as a potential buy side liquidity sweep to tap into the extreme before going lower. Even here, we can see price breaks above this high, taking out liquidity, which gave me the confluence that price most likely was going to go lower. I also noticed how price was compressing away from the POI at this point in time. So I did not pull the trigger just yet. I was not liking the way price was doing so. Usually when price is compressing away from the POI, most likely price is going to run on higher. As you can see here, went on higher, and you can even see based on how bullish this candlestick was, price takes out buy sell liquidity there. So once price did that and we were deep in the extreme order block, we can even refine it down to this 1-minute extreme order block down here. Technically, it would have to be this one there, maybe use the 50%. Either way, price comes up, taps deeper into the extreme, and I went ahead and took a short position somewhere in this area with a stop loss above this high. And I was looking at the very least for price to make a new M1 low. And then, of course, technically this will be an M5 new low too. So basically, this was my overall objective. And of course, if I go to a higher time frame, I could hold for a longer period of time if I really do anticipate price to give a steeper pullback. But obviously, as an intraday trader, I'm not really trying to hold for that long of a time. So price comes up here. Price even made a new internal lower low, as this is an internal low and price makes a new lower low. I was perceiving this as a very nice change of character. Things were looking very great in my perspective. Even as price made a new lower low, using this high to low, price came up to premium, tapped into the order block or even this fair value gap if you want to plot it up. Basically just filled it and then gave a nice bearish engulfing candle. So I was pretty convinced that price wanted to go lower, but as you can see, price ended up going higher and eventually stopped me out. So that was overall the losing trade for the day. Ultimately, I believe I followed my rules. It made sense for me to look for shorts for all the reasons I gave, especially as price made a new lower low, lower high, and then continued to make a new lower low. The lower time frame swept a lot of buy sell liquidity, so it's not as if I wasn't patient, allowing price to sweep it. And price even gave, in my opinion, another sign that price wanted to go lower. So everything was looking quite well. But obviously, I was just still on the wrong side of the market. Looking at it now, even during the live session, I stated I would switch my bias if price breaks above this high. The reason being is because if price is truly in distribution, usually price takes out the buy side and then the sell side And then as price pulls back, price should not break above this high. If it breaks above the high, then we understand that this is not distribution, and most likely this is a form of accumulation. As we see here, price was taken out buy side, but really this was the manipulation to the downside to fill orders, and the price most likely wants to do something like this. So at that point in time, I simply had to reanalyze my analysis, understood that most likely, hey, this is actually the manipulation to the downside, taking out sell side liquidity. Most likely this is a form of accumulation or reaccumulation. And then from here was using this swing low to swing high as price broke above this high and price came to the discount and pushed on higher. So that was the analysis for this day and exactly how I lost this trade on this specific day. Hopefully that makes sense. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, please let me know. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.